Hey everybody, it's your girl Nell. How are you doing today? I am in the tiny studio, and what am I doing? Well, I was sitting back. I was doing a little organizing today, and my crochet mojo is back. And so I'm trying to finish the baked sweet potato blanket. And I just started on the spring equinox blanket. I really want to finish the baked sweet potato blanket, and I am going to make a commitment. By the end of April, I will be finished with that blanket. That is my plan. That is my goal. So, what I'm doing today, as I said, my crochet mojo has come back. This is not coffee and conversation or tea and conversation. We're just hanging out in the tiny studio, just talking and yakking it up. Um, I I did a live, I think a few days ago, and it didn't work out right, because I had the camera angled at the wrong way. And then after I finished the live, I think the live was almost an hour or so. And when I finished the live and I posted it, here on the channel, the picture was going this way, and I was like, good grief. So I had to immediately take that down. So that live, I think it was supposed to be I did it on Wednesday. Trying to think. This video may drop on Saturday, but I posted that live on Wednesday because I didn't do a video on Tuesday. And so I said, well, I'll just go live and, I'll talk about everything I wanted to talk about in the video for Tuesday. I'll just do that one, in a live. Did not work out that way, child. Did not. All that yakking I was doing. Oh my God. I think I had one. And I think some of you did actually see the video, but I'm trying to tell you it was wrong. And I was not going to leave that video up there, that live video up on this channel looking all crazy. No, 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 no. So I had to take it down. So this video is probably going to drop on Saturday. And right now I am just, going over some things here in the tiny studio. It is, a new year for me. It is a time of really building on the things that I put in motion in 2023, and I'm starting new projects, and I still have goals from 2023 that I am building upon, because there are certain things that I put out here in the universe and that I am working towards, and that I'm hoping well, no, that's the wrong word. Not hoping, I know will become manifest in 2024. And if not, I will have sown the seeds for it to manifest whenever the universe decides to. Hey girl, hey, it's time. When the universe is ready to bestow that blessing upon me, I will have put in the work, because you have to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, you should not expect. It's like you're planting a garden and you plant watermelon, you plant squash, you may plant sweet potatoes, you may plant pumpkins and what have you. And then when it's time to harvest, you're like, oh, well, where are the green beans? Where is the arugula? Where is the where's the hot peppers? Where are they? Well, guess what? You didn't plant them. You only planted the sweet potatoes. You only planted the pumpkin. You planted the squash. That was it. You didn't plant any hot peppers. You didn't plant any arugula. So you cannot expect to get something that you did not. You cannot expect to reap something that you did not sow. So That's what I'm doing in the tiny studio right now. I'm just going over some plans and things that I want to manifest in my life, in my career, in both my careers, my professional career outside the tiny studio, and the things I want to do here creatively. I am working to manifest those things. So I was out and about, and I stopped at Michael's. Now I think I told you I have anxiety. And so I haven't been to Michael's in a very, very long time. I hate to tell you how long it's been, 4 years since I walked into a Michael's. And I have ordered things from Michael's, and I have had my husband pick those items up, or my son pick them up from the store, but I haven't gone inside of Michael's since, before the pandemic or the panorama. And it's not because of my fear exactly of um, you know CV-19. It's also been my fear of being able to walk in unassisted and on my own accord, because I have back issues, and then I'm losing weight, and I've just had a lot of mobility issues in my past. And to actually be able to hop out of my truck and to walk inside of Michael's, that was like a really great thing for me. Oh, and guess what? I forgot to bring my mask. I left my mask in the car, and by the time I realized it, I was already inside the store. So, it was about 10:30 or somewhere around there when I walked into Michael's. And it wasn't really a lot of people in there. It had to be about, I only saw two people, only two people in the store. And so I wasn't bothered. And then I went all the way back to the yarn department, and there was nobody there but me. So I didn't, I felt okay about that. And speaking about yarn, I walked into Michael's thinking that I'm going to see about what, at least 3.5 aisles of yarn. I walked into Michael's and saw an aisle and a half plus the back wall of yarn. I mean, what is going on with this yarn? Is there like a yarn shortage or something going on? Because I noticed that at Hobby Lobby, they've shortened their aisles. I already noticed that at Walmart, that Walmart has shortened their aisle of a yarn. It's now down to like this. It was like this. An entire aisle full of yarn, colors, brands, all of those things. And then it went down to this. And so I noticed that at Hobby Lobby as well. And I noticed it at Michael's. Is there some type of yarn thing going on? I mean, maybe they feel that people are just buying their yarn online these days, and well, maybe that's what's happening. People are just buying yarn online and having it shipped to them, and they're not even bothering to go inside the stores to purchase yarn. Maybe that's it. I don't know, but I was shocked. So I walked into, and I said all of this in my live. Some of you may recall, but others, this may be new to you. But I walked into the Michael's, to the back of the store, and I realized that the yarn situation was not hitting on too much of anything. The only thing they really had was their loops and threads line. I guess that's their own store brand. And they had maybe they had some Karen cakes, and they had I think it was Burnett. They may have had Burnett there, but basically I was unimpressed. I was disgusted, and I was like, I won't be buying anything. I did see a really beautiful purple, the purple of my lipstick, the purple color of my lipstick. I saw a yarn the exact same color, just a little deeper, and I was thinking about getting it, but then I was like, nah, girl, don't get that yarn. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Because I just felt like, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening with the yarn? I didn't see any Lion brand. I didn't see oh, I did see some Karen Simply Soft, but you know, I don't fool with Karen Simply Soft because child, the splitting is just epic with them in my opinion. But I went to their teeny tiny little section where they had books, and I found the crochet book that I've had my eye on since 2019 when it first came out. And here it is. It's the ultimate Granny Square source book. It has 100 different Granny Squares inside and patterns. And when I saw it, I was like, whoop, here we go. And so I just, oh my God, I had to have this book. I really, really did. And it's been in my Amazon cart since for a really, really, really long time. So I finally pulled the trigger and bought it. So I'm really excited about it. And last night, all I did was just go through it, flip through it to see what type of Granny Square patterns that was featured inside of this book. And so the Granny Squares were from all over the world. There were some from South Africa. There were some from I think it was Australia. There were some from the UK. So the variety of Granny Squares was just really, really wonderful. And I'm a Granny Square lover. And so I am really looking forward to trying out some of these new Granny Square patterns and ideas and stitches. I'm really looking forward to doing that. Um, what I was thinking about doing is, you remember that yarn that I bought from Hobby Lobby? It's a cake of yarn. It's called what's it called? I think it's called Petit Four. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I bought 2 cakes of it, and if you remember, this is my project bag for the spring equinox blanket. But I was thinking of making granny squares out of that yarn, that Petit Four yarn. Let me see if I can find it. I have so much stuff, so many bags of yarn, and you know the tiny studio is tiny, right? So I think I feel it. Okay, I got it. The tiny studio is tiny, so I have to do a lot of project bags with yarn in them. Okay, so this is it. This is the Petit Fours Galore yarn, and I really, really love this color. I love the colorway of this yarn. See if you can check that out. It's the pinks for me, the yellow. Where is that yellow? No, it's not. It's the pinks, the greens, the blues. I really like this yarn, and it does remind me of a delicious Petit Four. I guess that's why I love it so much, or why I like it so much, because it does remind me of a Petit Four. You know, it reminds me of that icing that's on top of a Petit Four. Hey, husband. Hello. It really, really does. So what I was thinking about doing, I was thinking about making a granny square out of this yarn, and making several, maybe making about 50 granny squares, maybe medium-sized granny squares, and then putting them together, sewing them together with white yarn, and just creating a blanket with that. So I already have two of these cakes, sugar wheel cakes of Petit Fours Galore. And let me give you some stats on this yarn. This yarn is 199 grams, 7 ounces. It's 355 yards, and it's 100% acrylic. And you can use a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, which is a size 9 in USA and a size 5 in the UK. So I was, okay, I'm gonna say this again. I kind of dreamed it. I dreamed that I was making granny squares with this yarn because I have been trying to figure out for the longest what I wanted to make with this yarn. Because remember, when I first purchased this, I got it because I was thinking that a project that I had that I was working on, a whip, that I needed more of the Petit Fours Galore yarn to do so. And then when I brought it home, I looked up on my shelf and I realized, oh, hey, girl, hey, you already finished that whip. So many things have happened within this past year or so that, I totally forgot. So being that I didn't need this for my whip, I said, well, what am I going to do with this yarn? I'm not going to take it back. So what am I going to do with it? And then that's when the idea came to me. We'll just make some granny squares with it. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some granny squares, and I'll show you the granny squares. I'll start working on that later on. I'll let you see that. And I don't know how many I'm going to make, though. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to make, or see if I can make, perhaps, this is, let's see, 355 yards. I'm thinking I will probably be able to get about 20 granny squares out of this, and then maybe 20 out of the other. I guess it would depend on how, I said medium-sized granny squares. I guess it will really depend on how big, or what the length and the width is of the granny squares that I make. And then maybe I'll just let the hubby over here do all the mathematics. And he'll let me know how many. What do you think, honey? You think that if I made a granny square, and you think that you would be able to calculate how many granny squares I can make with this cake of yarn? If you know that it's like
one, yeah. If you make one and you say you can make the rest of them the exact same way, yeah.
Did you hear that? Yep. So that's what I'm going to do. And then that's my decision on that. But see, here's my problem. My problem is I like to start things. I'll get excited. I'll start the project. And then maybe a month or two down the line, I get bored and I might tend to turn to something else. That's why I said I'm going to finish the baked sweet potato blanket. I am definitely going to finish that granny Afghan. But I do have a bad habit of doing that. On top of that, I have like a whole project bag of granny squares. I really do. I already have, like maybe 100 granny squares, but they're really small. And I really do need to look at them and touch them and see what color. I think they're yellow. Some of them are yellow, some are white, some are pink. I have to look and see, but I'm not going into storage, into the tiny studio closet to pull all that stuff out. I'm just not doing it, child. Not today. But maybe I could incorporate some of those granny squares into this blanket, because it does have pink in here. There's some greens, some blues, grays, and I think that would look cute with the yellows, the whites, and the pinks. It would become a really eclectic granny square blanket or Afghan. So we'll see about that eventually. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it'll get done eventually. But anyhow, as I said, the spring equinox blanket, I started working on it yesterday, and like I said, well, this is Thursday, but when you see this video, it'll be Saturday. So yesterday to me would be Wednesday. And of course, on Wednesday was my live that I was just telling you about that I screwed up completely. So yesterday, which was Wednesday, I started on the spring equinox blanket. I found the green yarn that I was looking for that was in my dreams. And this is the yarn. This is the color green. And what is so cool about this color green that I'm using is that it is the green, for me, the green of spring. It to me, it means or represents rebirth and life. Because what happens during the spring? That's when the flowers start coming up again. Your grass starts returns from brown to green. It starts to grow and become vibrant. That's when the trees, you probably can't see, but let me see if I could turn the camera around a little bit. But can you see the outside of Tiny Studio? You see how green those trees are? Ooh, spring is a great thing. That's why I say the new year, I say the new year has really just begun. It's 2024 now because that's what spring is really about. That's what the new year is really all about. It's all about the rebirth of the soil. Everything is coming up. Everything is just coming alive again. So I started that blanket with this vibrant color of green. Look at those trees out there. You see how beautiful they are, that color? It's just, spring is a wonderful thing. But anyhow, I started the first row of the blanket with this color green, and I'll be ending the blanket with this color as well. I decided that the one of the stitches that I will be using for the spring equinox blanket is going to be the puff stitch. Let me show you what that looks like. Oh, this dang yarn. I love it, but it gets frustrating sometimes if I don't keep it organized, because like I said, the tiny studio is tiny. Okay, so this is the blanket. I put it, the beginnings of it. Now remember, the spring equinox blanket is a year-long project. So it goes according to how many weeks is in that month. So like for the month of March, we actually had 4 weeks and 3 days. So here is the beginnings of the spring equinox blanket. This is what it looks like. This is the first 4 rows. And I am using the puff stitch, as you can see. So I started off this project with the double crochet double crochet foundational chain. No, that's not what it's called. It's called foundational double crochet. Well, you actually have foundational single crochet, foundational half double crochet, foundational double crochet, and you have foundational treble crochet. What are those things? What does any of that mean, Nell? What it means is that it's a way for you to begin your crochet project. Begin the first 2 rows. So you're not just going to start off with your foundation or your chain, the beginning, but then you also are working on your first row in when you do uh, a foundational chain. You not only get the foundation, which is the first chain, you also get the second row or the first row. So that's how I started off this project. The reason why I wanted to do a foundational chain or foundational chain or foundational double crochet first is because when I'm working on projects, especially being a professional crocheter, I like to have a finished look. And so all of my professional projects, anything that I create for a client or a customer, I'm using foundational single crochet, foundational double crochet, or foundational half double crochet because I want the bottom or the beginning of my work to look I want it to look professional, well made or well crafted. So this is the puff stitch, and the puff stitch is going to reign supreme in the spring equinox blanket because for me it's green, but it symbolizes life just popping up. And then, of course, the final row, which is the fourth row, is just double crochet. So that is the first 4 rows. This is the month of March in the for the spring equinox blanket. So as I said, I was thinking of doing a tutorial. If you would like to get started making this blanket and you would like to crochet along with me, there's some I want to share that with you to show you how to get started. And if you perhaps you may want to make this blanket and you may just want to, you know, you may just decide that you want to make the blanket and not as a crochet along, but you may just want to make it. So I'm going to show you every month what's going to happen. But basically it's not going to be a difficult thing to put together. It's just going to be a basically simple project for me because and exciting. That's why I have the puff stitch in there, because I like things to be exciting when I pick it up. And that's one thing that when you're working on a temperature blanket or a calendar blanket or any type of project that's supposed to be a year-long project, um, people eventually put it to the side because it's not exciting anymore. So my idea is to keep it exciting, and I want to incorporate different stitches within this blanket that's going to make it exciting, not just for me, but if you want to join me, it'll be exciting for you as well. I wanted something that if I'm just sitting down watching Netflix, I can crochet a few rows and, pay attention to what's happening on the screen or listen, and also to be able to crochet, um, crochet those rows and not, I don't want it to be too complicated where I can't do both, where I can't crochet and watch television at the same time, because there are a lot of projects where you have to remain focused on what you're doing or you're going to mess it up. So I wanted to be able to have both, the best of both worlds. I want to be able to watch television and to also be able to crochet as well, work on this project. So that's what this is, the beginning of the um spring equinox blanket, and I am currently working on it, but I will not be picking it back up until next month. And actually next month is next week, right? But I won't be working on this again until probably around the middle of April. I'll pick this back up and then I'll begin. I ended on the white row on double crochet. So then when I pick it back up, then I'll go on to the color pink. So remember, my colors are green, pink, purple, and white. And I believe that the border is going to be green. No, I think the border is going to be green, but I keep seeing like yellow. I keep seeing yellow. Yellow is the sun. Maybe I'll make the border yellow, but it'll probably be some type of seashell type of thing, because I like shells as borders. I found this really cool little packet, a little carry-all, or cute little what could I call it? You could call this like a pencil pack or holder or whatever. But I found this at, where did I get this from? Hobby Lobby. I got this from Hobby Lobby. And, oh, as a matter of fact, I was at Hobby Lobby last week. Or was it, when was I at Hobby Lobby? I was at Hobby Lobby on Monday. And I found this cute little pouch. And it has, isn't that cute? It has a little tassel. And I wanted to have something that I could just keep all of the supplies for this project together. So I not only had the project bag, but now I have this cute little pouch, and inside of it I have stitch markers, and as you see I have the pattern. I have the pattern on top of this so that when I get started again in April, I'll remember what I did. Then I have my Prim 5mm hook. It is 5mm, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Where does it say that? Yeah. Or, yep, 5mm or H. And what are my thoughts on Prim? I like it. I like it. I'm enjoying it. And what I enjoy the most is the way the hook is made. That's what I enjoy the most is the hook. I like the way it goes into the stitch, and I love the way it grabs the yarn. So I am a Prim fan, but Prim does not beat my Clover. Clover will always be my favorite um, crochet hook to use, but I do like Prim. Prim is very good, so I will be ordering a set of Prims um, because I like to have the tools of the craft handy. Um, and then I have some post-its in here, and pen and some scissors. So I have all of those things in this bag, and that's what this bag is for. This bag is specifically for the spring equinox blanket, and so everything's in one place so that I don't lose it. So I don't lose it, because I lose crochet hooks quite often. I really, really do. So I'm really excited about getting started with crochet again. I haven't really had the crochet mojo in a year, you know, due to my husband's health crisis. So it's wonderful to be able to get started again, and to be able to crochet, and to really feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? To really feel good about it, and to get excited about, touching yarn, and, holding yarn, and coming up with ideas, and, you know, just different designs, and all of those things that that make yarn into the fabulous things that we love, like blankets, and, you know, jackets, and cows, and hats, and all those wonderful things. I just love yarn, and I love crochet. So that's what I'm doing here in the tiny studio. Let me put some of these things away. I don't want my hubby to trip over some of these things, because that would not be cool. That would not be cool at all. But anyhow, I will be reading this crochet book and picking out some patterns that I like. And I think tonight, while I'm watching TV with the hubby, I'm going to get started on making some granny squares with the Petit Four yarn, Petit Fours Galore yarn. And that's about all that's happening in the tiny studio. Excuse me, that's about it of what's going on. I'm not really doing too much of anything else, because I have, school I have to deal with, and, you know, I'm still in the middle of spring cleaning and organizing and doing those things. So, oh, the next time we talk, I want to show you that I think think I did. I showed you the yarn that I bought because I am revamping my bathroom for the spring, for the new year. And my bathroom is going to be purple. Now, I've already bought the towels and the hand towels for the bathroom. I bought the shower curtains, the liner. I purchased all of those things. So right now I am looking for the rugs, and then I'm looking for more curtains. And I guess I'm feeling the purple these days because I'm really getting into the purple. I told you, I asked my husband, have we had, or does he recall purple being a accent color or any type of feature color in any of our homes over the years? And he couldn't remember. He couldn't recall that. Neither can I. As much as I wear purple and I love purple, I just never had it in my house. So I'm really excited to bring purple into our master they don't even call it the master bedroom anymore. They call it the primary bedroom. I'm really excited to bring purple into our primary bedroom and into our ensuite because it's like a beautiful color. It's royalty, the sign of royalty and divinity and purpose and intentionalness, all of those things that I am. Hey, I'm going to bring it into our bedroom. I haven't yet decided if our bedding is going to be purple or is it going to be platinum with purple accents. So I'm still kind of up in the air about that, and I'll probably figure all of that out. If this video drops on Saturday, I will be out and about when this video drops on Saturday. So I'll be out and about looking at other things. I'm probably going to stop at Marshall's, maybe Target. I'll probably go to Ross and look and see if they have any comforters, duvets, and pillows. I'm really picky about my pillows. I really like a good firm pillow. I like a firm pillow that's not too squishy, but not too hard. And the pillows that I've bought in the past, I've purchased them from Home Goods. But lately, Home Goods pillows look like crap. I used to buy it was like Lauren Ashley or Ashley somebody. I love her pillows. I can't think of her name, but I didn't see them at Home Goods. I like Calvin Klein's pillows, but his pillows is too soft. But I did buy some in this time. I like to change the pillows on my bed every 6 months, but this time it's been about a year. So it's way past time to change the pillows. I change my pillows every 6 months. A really, really great friend of mine from back in the day told me, you never, keep your pillows for years and years and years and years on end. You change them. And I was like, oh, that does make sense. That does make sense. So I change my pillows every 6 months, but it's been a little bit longer this time. So I'm trying to find some really good pillows. If you have a pillow brand that you love and that you like, I think I have some Serta pillows right now, but I really don't like them. I think that they're too squishy, they're too soft. And then after you use them for about 3 months, they just turn flat on you. I don't like that. So I want to get rid of them. I really do. And I will. But I'm looking for some pillows, and I'm more than likely going to head to Marshall's and Ross and see what they have. I want a really nice comforter set with a duvet and a throw. And I saw something on Amazon that I liked, but I wasn't really necessarily sure if I wanted to pay the price for it. It's about $300 something, and I didn't know if I wanted to do that. Because I'm like, even though it's worth the investment, and that's something else I have learned as well, that your bedding is worth the investment, very much so. So I was like, but 368? No, I don't think I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do but it was a really beautiful platinum set. And then I was going to go ahead and make um, get the buy some pillows, decorative pillows, I should say. Buy some decorative pillows and get the pillowcases in the color of a really deep purple and have them on the bed as well. So I don't know, but it's the new year. We're just getting started, so I'll figure it out. I'm not pressed on it. I just want to make sure that I'm well and healthy and that my husband is well and healthy, and I want to make sure the children are happy and healthy, and that's really the main idea. Everything else is second and third place, right? Right. All right, so I'm going to hop off of here because as you heard, the hubby just came in. I'm going to talk to him and see what's going on with him and see how he's doing, how was his day, even though I talked to him like 5 times during the day. Are you like that with your significant other? Do you talk to them, multiple times throughout the day? I already know how his day went, but, you know, maybe there's something interesting that happened, between the last time I spoke to him and the time that he arrived home. So I need to know, right? Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get started on that. And I didn't cook dinner today. I think one of the girls are supposed to be cooking dinner today. When you see this video, it'll be Saturday. So on Saturday, the hubby and I usually go out to dinner. So we don't really worry about that. But at the time of this filming, it's a weekday and I need to figure out what we're going to eat. So I am going to get off this line. If you have not already subscribed to Simply Nell's Tiny Studio, please do so now. As a matter of fact, I'll wait. But wait a minute, before you subscribe, I want you to think about becoming a member, a channel member, a sustainable member, because there are certain things that happen here in the tiny studios that have to be taken care of, and I love bringing videos to you, and I really enjoy the fact that you join me in the tiny studio. But a lot of that, there's a lot of maintenance, a lot of things that go on, behind the scenes. So if you would like to become a sustainable member, I will have that information linked for you in the description box. And I will also be doing a video about the virtues of becoming a sustainable member, because when you get a membership or start a membership here on the channel, then you will be, you will have access to what's going on in the tiny studio before everybody else does. You will get a chance to hear what's going on with Nell and what I'm doing and me being out and about, and some ideas I may have. You'll get a chance to hear about it first, before everyone else does in the tiny studio, or maybe you will be the only one that know. That's what membership affords. So why don't you think about that? But in the meantime, go ahead and like this video, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. Go ahead and do that now, and I'll wait. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here today. And I am going to see you again sometime next week. I really hope that you're having a great, great, great day. And I want you to make the most of it, because this is really all we have, right? Nothing else is promised to us but what we're doing right now. Live within each moment that you are blessed with. I will talk to you soon here in the Tiny Studio. I'm your girl, Nell. Bye-bye.